Hey, how's it going? It's Paul Seaver again. I gotta get down here closer to the camera. From Palm Beach Springs Water Company. This is a little instructional video on Wipe Away. So Wipe Away is just a high alkaline electrolyzed water cleaner made from high amp dual polarity, so it's just pure alkaline. It's not, you can't compare it to what people call Catholyte. That's not what it is. So it's ultra high electrolyzed water with sodium chloride. So anyway, the bottom line is it's a super cleaner degreaser. It's non-regulated. There's no chemicals. There's no chemical residue. It's just salty water. That's it. So one of the things I wanted to show was here's a crusty old table that I've had. Somebody gave it to me, geez, 20-something years ago. It was their kitchen table, believe it or not. They'd probably be mad if they seen it now. I just used it for a shop table. It's been inside, it's been outside, it's had God only knows what done to it. So what I did was I took this Wipe Away and I wanted to show just how strong it is and how it can get inside porous material. And there ain't a whole lot more porous than wood. You know, so cleaning wood is very difficult. Now this table started out as somewhat of a yellow pine sort of table. So now you see this one right here. This is good and clean. That looks really nice, right? That looks like a good table. That looked like this when I started. And all I did was use the Wipe Away. Now I don't know if I'll be able to get this off because what that is PVC glue. And it leaked out of a can and it's pretty hard and crusty on there. So I don't think we'll be able to get that off. But this is about how you can clean things. And not only clean wood, like what if you're trying to restore an antique piece of wood and you need something to use that's non-chemical, you can get heavy soiling out, you can get down deep in the wood and restore the wood to look beautiful like this. I mean, look past the fact that it's a shop table and just look at the difference between what it did to the wood. And it was just simply just the Wipe Away. And with this one, I used a toothbrush. And I just worked it in a little bit. That was all, you know, but then I got bored with that and I got a little bigger brush. So I'm gonna do some for you right now and just show you, this is just one example. It's an all-purpose cleaner degreaser. You can use it on anything. Heck of a stain remover. It all has to do with Ionic product here again, the ability to go deep down within porous material and lift dirt out. That's how you deep clean. So let me throw some down on here real quick. And you don't have to worry about it ruining the wood. Because number one, you're not soaking it. If anything, it helps the wood because it rehydrates the cells, but not in a damaging way. So when I was doing it before, I just started out just with a toothbrush. And I just was loosening up the dirt. And you could see it loosening up as you're going. You could see that stuff. I really picked a really hard one this time because it's got a lot of oil and everything. So now I can see it. It's picking up that oil already. I don't know if you could see that in there. But it's already picking up that deep oil. That's from using my chainsaw and my water pump. So look at that. So it's doing such a good job. Look at that already. Look at what's coming up. That's all that motor oil. And I don't know if you can see the difference in the coloration. It puts a little bit more down there. So that's why I got tired and I started just using a bigger brush. And just going with the grain. And just cleaning that thing off like no tomorrow. Got to get a little bit more on there though. Now, if you're doing an antique piece of furniture, obviously you wouldn't do that. I'm just not worried about it because it's a shop table, number one. And number two, I'm just trying to make a point as quickly as possible so that the video is not 3 days long. All right, so you can see that's really quite a difference there. And we could keep going and going and going, but as you can tell, that's why I showed the finished one. The more, and then you come back in, and it's just working that, all that wood, it's working the dirt out of the pores of the wood. So the more you do it, the cleaner it gets. And no chemicals, absolutely no chemicals. So just the more you do it, the more it removes. And just keep doing it. And look at that. Look at how that's coming back. Look at that. You saw, look at the other side of it, how filthy that is. See, now it's coming back to, it's looking just like the one next to it. So when it dries, it'll look just as good as the one next to it. Might even look better. So there you have it. I mean, if you're restoring wood and you gotta get grease and grime and nastiness, you just saw that, that was all motor oil. And all that motor oil was soaked into the wood. We can come back in here again, we can hit it again. And that little brown spot right there, can we see it? I think we can see a little brown spot right there. Let's see if we could get that little brown spot out. I'll bet you we can. We just have to work it a little bit. Look at that, it's coming out. Look at that. I'd have to keep working it, but it did a pretty good job. So that's it. I mean, obviously there's certain things. Obviously there's certain things you're not going to be able to take out, like burn spots and stuff like that. But heck, if you're just restoring something and trying to get all the dirt and grime and oxidation and everything else out of it, I just showed you. Real simple, real easy. It's just electrolyzed water, but it's kind of a real specialized electrolyzed water. But completely chemical free, non-regulated. If it can clean that, just think of what else you can clean with it. Get yourself some wipe away. It's awesome stuff.